this meditation, it is good to sit down. So, find your place in sitting. And take a moment to tune in, relax the body, relax the mind. Come into presence. Feel your body, feel your breath, and feel the central line of your body, the midline. The spine is. And the top of the spine is the skull. Inside of the spine is the spinal cord, floating in its fluid. And inside the skull is your brain. So be in your brain. Bring your attention into this organ, floating in its waters. Sense its many curves. Just visualize the image you have of how a brain is like. And just get a sense of how this brain is doing all of that. Like how it's doing your consciousness as a human being. It's in your brain where you process experiences, process what you may see with your eyes, you process what you hear, you process the sense of your body, you process everything that is going on in your body. You process the whole nervous system that is from the brain moving down the spinal cord, and from there all the nerves go out and spread out into the body. So through the nerves and the signals that are coming into your brain, and the signals that the brain is putting out, your experience of reality here in your life forms. Everything and anything that you have ever experienced throughout all of your life was processed by this brain. Everything conscious was processed by the brain, and the innumerously more of what is unconscious has also been processed by the brain. So all of the functioning of your life, both the exterior life of yours and all of your interior life, it's all been processed by this brain. All of your waking state experiences that you ever had, whether you remember them or not, from earliest childhood to the present day, all of them were processed in this brain. And all of your nightlife experiences, all of your dream world experiences, all of your dreams, everything that ever appeared in any dream of yours, and in any night, whether you remember it or not, has all been processed in this brain. Basically, it's all stored information. So this brain here in your head that you're sensing now and connecting into is the functioning mechanism of all of your experienced reality in your life. Now, have that, like, own it with your sense. And what I invite you to, as you're having a good sense of your brain here in your head, I invite you to project another brain, some distance of yours, not too far. It's floating there in the air. You choose in which direction, somewhere diagonally out or wherever it is. There's another brain, and it is like through an kind of umbilical cord or invisible cord. It's an invisible cord that it's connected to your here brain. And that brain is just as much a wholeness to itself as this brain here, just that it functions on a completely other level of you. Its processing is not about this life of you here. It processes other dimensions of reality, of yours. Yet it is clearly your brain. So sense that other brain over there in its direct connectivity with your brain here. Right? You don't have to understand that brain there with this brain here. It's just enough that there is a line of communication. It's kind of a radiation, like a Wi-Fi. You have a Wi-Fi between that brain and your brain here. And your brain here, communicate through this radiation with you, that brain there. Just let it transmit. And that brain there, with its codes and accesses to reality and interpretations of reality and different dimensions and remembrances and information that are not of this world and this life here, but of a different reality. That brain there communicates directly to this brain here. So there's a signaling, a constant signaling going on between this brain and that brain. Just hear the codes transmitting. understand with the mind, but let this communication from brain to brain take place. Like a synapsing of codes. And while this communication is going on, you're present in it, this brain, that brain, this other brain on the other side, that is also a complete brain of yours, just like this brain, but it functions on, again, a completely different level. It's nothing to do with your reality, your experience, your life, and your story. And it has also nothing to do with the dimensions of reality that the second brain over there is working on and processing and doing. It's another brain. A whole other processing of consciousness. So sense that without needing to understand anything. Just sense this other brain of yours, of another sphere of reality than the one your body is sitting in here. And this brain is processing. So there's that other brain, and it's processing information. It's taking stuff in. It's putting stuff out. It's communicating. It's working. It's functional. It's very real, but on a whole other level of reality. And that brain is also directly connected through a direct line of radiation with your brain here. So there's a whole other level of exchange going on between your brain here and that other brain. Just hear the signals. Signals from your brain to that brain, and signals from that completely different brain into your brain. It's communicating. this brain and connect it to that other brain of yours, and that other brain of yours, you're communicating with both of them. And that other brain of yours and this other brain of yours, they are also sending out signals. They're also connected through a direct line. So they're also communicating their codes of their full spectrum of their reality. Each one has a full spectrum of reality, just like your usual here brain has. Its wholeness unto itself. But you're becoming aware that that is not happening only on this level of this brain here, but it's also happening in that brain there and in this brain over there. It's happening in all brains. And then project another brain into again another direction. Maybe it's a bit lower now or a bit higher than the others. Maybe a bit farther away, wherever it's located, but make it out and sense it. Completely different reality. And yet, it's your brain. It's your other brain that functions in levels and dimensions and spaces that this brain here has no idea of. But that brain is fully functional in that. However, there is a direct line between this brain and that completely other brain, the far away brain, far, far, far from this reality. Yet, it's your brain. It's you fully functioning on those far, far away levels of reality. And these far, far away levels of reality are in your brain processed, you're functional in them, and they are communicating through this direct line into your brain here. Now, just get the codes. Your brain is able to. Your brain is directly connected to that other level brain, and it's receiving those codes. And while it's receiving those codes, it's kind of everything is speeding up, and you're also communicating much, much more than you could handle. But you're communicating it to that faraway place. You're giving out all of your information. I mean, it's you. It's nothing. There isn't in any of those brains. There's even the idea of hiding anything. It's all out in the open. So everything that you ever thought, that you ever had, that you ever experienced, that you ever saw, that you ever wished, whatever. It's all out in the open and all being communicated now to that far, far away brain. While that far, far away brain is communicating its codes to this brain here of yours. And this far, far away brain is also connected to that one other brain, and it's also connected to that other brain. And there is also an interconnection from that faraway brain to the other brain to the other brain. It's multiple lines of code communication, and many emails are sent all of the time, received all of the time, sent out all of the time, processed, read, answered. It's just happening. Just multiple reality interconnective. And this brain is able to, because it is directly connected to all these other brains, because each one is your brain. Just let it go on, let it happen. Nothing to control, nothing you would possibly be able to control. It's just happening. Codes, realities to realities to realities to realities, just communicating, transmitting. This. One more brain in again whole other angle. Maybe let's go down. It's more a down level. And it's something like everything of this brain has been hidden from you. You had no access to any of that information in this brain here. Yet in that brain, you are fully functional on these deep levels of this deep down reality. And just sense into that. Let it communicate. You communicate to you. its multiple level realities, all fully functional, fully real on their own, and now opened up in their communication, code communication, code communication, code communication. Listen, listen, listen. Receive information. You don't need to understand, just receive information. Information, information in the form of that brain, in the form of this brain, to the form of that brain, into the form of this brain. You, this brain, consciously communicate with each one of those brains. Multiple levels of reality all at once. The network is happening. And then you, this brain here, just absorb the first brain over there that you projected. Just absorb it, absorb it, absorb it, drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, all the information, everything that's there, all the codes, all the knowledge, all the everything, drink it into this brain. So now it's here, in you, in the physical brain, floating in its waters, in your skull. And then you absorb the second brain that you project there. It's now coming here, coming here, coming in, coming in, coming in. There's such a strong pull that that whole brain just gobbled up by your brain here. And all the information of that reality, it's all here in this brain now. And then the far, 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 far away brain is like a shooting star, just shooting over right into your brain here. And here it is, with all of its codes, all of its information, all of its far, far away. Consciousness. It's here, in this brain, now. And the deep, 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 deep down, 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 down brain, with all of its deep knowing, which just whooshes into your brain here. whole sphere of reality. Now in this brain here, you have full access and full functioning, and all these very, very, very different levels of reality. You all process them and function in them here in this brain all at once. There's no difference. It's all here. Your brain is doing it physically here. And feel again how your brain is connected to all of your body. All of your body is connected to your brain. And now all of these various levels of reality, these different brains, they are all connected to your body, to all of your body, in an infinitely complex network of synapsing and signals sent out and signals coming in. So your whole body is multi-dimensional, awake. Your body is multi-dimensional reality. Your brain, the processor of multi-dimensional reality, codes over codes over codes over codes over codes over codes. And you are in this now. So you may open your eyes and look around and just sense your presence here and how different it is. Just look around just by what you can see with your eyes. You're able to see subtleties now, shapes and stuff and things that maybe you were not able to see before, or hear and listen, or think in ways you have never thought along those pathways. Whatever the effect of it, just let it happen and take some more time to sit, to let these multiple levels of brains operate through you, through this brain, and then you may also go for a walk or do whichever action you wish to do, engaging all of those brains, all of these levels of reality. It's all here. It's actually really everything here in you now. Enjoy.